What's going on, everybody? KingofDragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the Mcfarlane Toys DC Multiverse Superman from Batman: The Dark Knight Returns. And so here we have the Dark Knight Returns Superman pose and out of the packaging. Before we take a look at the figure, let's actually run through what he comes with. Superman does come with 2 pairs of hands. We do get a pair of fists. Then we get a pair of open palmed hands. Then we also get the rear legs of the horse Build-A-Figure, which we'll have a better look at when it's all put together, as well as a normal Mcfarlane display stand. Other than that, Superman here doesn't come with anything else, so let's actually move on to his details. And so here we have a closer look at the Dark Knight Returns Superman, and I have to say, I'm liking this figure more than I thought I was. I wasn't a fan of the head sculpt when I saw initial pictures of it, but having it in hand, I think it does capture some of the Frank Miller work kind of perfectly. He kind of did draw Superman a little bit ugly, and this kind of does look like some of the artwork that you see in the graphic novel. So I gotta give them props for designing the Superman, although I think his jaw could be a little bit longer. Frank Miller gave a lot of his characters elongated jaws, which I think that's what's throwing the Superman off. But if you look at him from right here, it does look perfect. So gotta give Mcfarlane credit on that. I really do like the hair sculpt. They did a really good job there. One thing I didn't notice is that the left eye looks like it's swollen, so maybe this Superman is supposed to be when he's fighting Batman. I really can't tell, but yeah, it does look like that left eye is kind of closed, and it doesn't look like it's a paint error. It actually looks like that's the way it was sculpted, which is kind of odd, but it does get the look across. So yeah, really do like the hair and the head sculpt. They did a really good job there. Having a look at this Superman, he is one beefy Superman, and I mean, he is a chunker. Just look at him. He is thick, he is big, he is the Man of Steel, and I really do like the size that Mcfarlane gave this Superman. You can see he does have the S shield that was seen in the Dark Knight Returns. It's not your traditional Superman emblem, but it does do the job well, and I absolutely love the way it came out. Having a look at the cape, correct me if I'm wrong, but he didn't have the S shield on his cape, or maybe he did. I don't know, it's been a while since I read the graphic novel, but I'm pretty sure he did not have the S shield on his back, so I'm 100% sure this is right. It's hard to pinpoint when this Superman takes place in the graphic novel. I don't know if it's during the fight with Batman, if it's right after he gets nuked or prior to that, but yeah, really do like the striations on his muscles. It's just very menacing. If this was the Man of Steel for the world, I don't think anybody would complain. He looks like the peak performance of the human condition because he is big, he looks muscular, and it's just really nice. I especially love the coloration and the texturing on his outfit. You can actually see, unlike a lot of graphic novels or comic books, there is wrinkles throughout his costume, just so it doesn't look like it's just painted over his skin tone. Really do like the fact that the S shield right here is a raised part, so that is a separate piece. This is one thing I'm not happy about, is that they did not paint the belt loops. I don't know why companies don't like painting Superman belt loops. They should be red, and as you can see here, they are yellow, and unfortunately that's the way it is on every single version of this Superman. They didn't paint his belt loops. Now, it's not a big deal, but yeah, would really love to see these painted in red. It's kind of disappointing to see them just in yellow. Misstep by Mcfarlane, but again, it's not a big deal. I do like the fact that he does have these red trunks. Moving on to his legs, just like with Batman, I think that they missed the mark on the legs. Superman here has longer legs than the actual comic book. His legs are supposed to be stocky and thick, and this Superman kind of has longer legs. I do get the appeal from a marketing standpoint that you don't want to sell like midget looking characters, but at the same time, I personally would like to see more care and more accuracy in the sculpt. So yeah, this Superman's legs, though very nicely sculpted, should be about ½ an inch shorter to 3/4 of an inch shorter, just like with Batman. But Overall, really do like the sculpt work. You can tell that there are two different types of plastics being used. We have a harder plastic for his knee and a softer plastic for his thigh and shin. So that's why there's a little bit of coloration difference right here in his knee, but under normal lights you really can't tell. Then we do get the traditional Superman boots, which look really nice. I do like them. They're this really nice shade of red, and the reds on this figure look perfect. This is what you imagine when you think of Superman. I think the blue could be a little bit lighter if you're going for a more classic looking Superman, but for the graphic novel I think the blue is spot on. So yeah, really liking this Superman. So with that out of the way, guys, let's actually get Superman compared to other figures you may have in your collection. Here we have Superman posed next to a Marvel Legends Cyclops and a DC Multiverse Superman. Here we have Superman posed next to a WWE Elite Scale figure and a Mezco 1/12 Collective Popeye the Sailor Man. Here we have Superman posed next to a Lightning Collection White Ranger and a Star Wars Black Series Mandalorian. And for a final comparison, here we do have the Mcfarlane Dark Knight Returns Superman posed next to the Mattel Dark Knight Returns Superman. So with the comparisons out of the way, let's actually move on to Superman's articulation. Now, just with Batman, they did limit some of his articulation. For starters, he does have a double ball joint in the neck, so he can look up quite a bit. I absolutely love that. It works for flight poses, so really good job there. He can't really look that far down, although that's about as far down as you can have him look. I would have liked a little more range in the neck, but tilt to the side works very well. Looking left and right, no problem. He does have a ball joint in the shoulder, which does allow some forward and back movement, up and down, no problem. So we get all the range in that joint. Shoulder does go out to the side, full horizontal, as well as does a full 360. Like with Batman, we don't have a bicep swivel, but we do have a single bend in the elbow, as well as rotation at the elbow. And your ball hinge wrist is tight on this figure, but it still works, giving us up and down, in and out movement, as well as rotation on that pin. Just like with Batman, Superman's abdomen articulation is that far forward. Let me do that again for you guys in case you guys didn't see. That's as far forward as he bends. Yeah, it's kind of lackluster. At least he does get some back bend, unlike Batman. But yeah, that's as far forward as he goes, and leaning to the side, it's no problem. He does rotate at that first joint as well as that second joint. So yeah, we do get some decent articulation with him. Nothing too spectacular though. Legs do kick forward to about right there. They kick back out to the side, no problem. Somewhat of a thigh swivel, so it does work like that. Double bend in the knee, giving us about a little more than 90 degrees, so that's pretty good. No boot cut swivel, but we do have rotation at his ankle, as well as a hinge, which does go forward to about right there, does go back, and if you really wanted to, you could give him a true rocker ankle, so really do like that. And then finally, a toe hinge, which is very generous. So that's the Dark Knight Returns Superman for you guys. What we're going to do now is get him posed for my final thoughts, and then we'll wrap up this review. And so here we have the Mcfarlane Toys DC Multiverse Superman pose for my final thoughts, and overall, absolutely love the way this figure came out. Now, it's not the perfect embodiment of the Frank Miller art style, but it does have a nice amalgamation of the Mcfarlane style with the Frank Miller style, which, let's be honest, Frank Miller had some kind of ugly drawings, and Superman was always one of those ugly drawings, so Mcfarlane kind of did make this figure look a little bit better. I'm not going to say that this is a beautiful looking face sculpt. It's not by any stretch of the imagination, but it is passable for what this Superman is, and I really do like it. Now, I am not a fan of the longer legs on this figure. Just like with Batman, I would have preferred a more stocky Batman and Superman. But overall, I think the accessories work on this figure. I think the one thing I would have included with him was a grip hand with the kryptonite arrow. I think that would be a really great accessory that they did miss out on. Unfortunately, they don't include it, but this is still a really nice Superman. And if I were to rank all four figures, I would say Superman is number 2, with Carrie Kelly being number 1, Batman being number 3, and Joker being my least favorite. So overall, absolutely like the way this line came out in general, and I was expecting to hate this line, so yeah, really impressed by these figures. So my final verdict is, if you're a fan of the Mcfarlane style Dark Knight Returns figures, you're going to want to have these in your collection. Now, I think the weakest figure out of the entire Dark Knight Returns is the Armored Batman, which I don't own that figure anymore. So yeah, I'm not planning on getting that figure again. But yeah, really do like the way this Superman came out, and he is in a 2-pack with the Armored Batman. If you want to get him there, that would be $40. Getting him here, it's a simple $25 because he does come with the horse Build-A-Figure pieces, and I still think it's worth it for this figure. With that being said, guys, I'm KingofDragons 5000. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel. Go ahead and check out all my other action figure reviews as well as all my other DC Multiverse videos. Hopefully you find them informative. As always, if there's a figure you'd like to see me review, let me know down in the comments, and if it's in my collection, I'll gladly have a look at it. While you're at it, check out my Instagram account for new and exciting action figure photos, and as always, ring that bell to be notified every time I upload a video. Until next time, guys, I'll see you later. Take care, everyone.